Connect, fam, and good morning. Thank you so much for allowing us to spend Saturday mornings with you right here on the CW. I'm your girl, Stitches, and we have an amazing lineup for you this morning. But before we continue, I cannot introduce her just any old kind of way because I found out, a birdie told me, that she has been crowned Miss Florida. Is it Mrs. or Miss?
Mrs. Yes.
Right. Well, let me get it right. Mrs. Florida International 2022. Sandy Glenn, darling.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Congrats.
Oh my gosh. So exciting. I can't wait to bring everybody along for the journey, along for the ride. The competition for Mrs. International is going to be in July, so I'll keep you all posted on that. But today we have a great show for you. So get out that paper and pen, get ready to take some notes because we are dropping some gems today. We're starting with exploring one of my favorite words in business, and that is strategy.
Let's just first start off with what we mean when we say business strategy. Sandy, can you break it down, please?
Yes, like I said, this is one of my favorite words. When I talk about the foundational pillars of my academy, having a strategy means working smarter, not harder. And I don't know about you, Stitch, but I have many hats that I wear and roles that I play as mom, as wife, as friend, as self-care. So I would love to hear from you. Do you remember the first time that you started to even think about a business strategy? And what were some of those first steps that you took to get started?
And thank you for that question. That's actually great. And it was the first person who really sat me down to really think about that was my sister, because I was that person that was working harder, working just excessively working. I guess you could say more things that would push me forward.
Yeah, your needle movers.
My needle mover. There you go.
Your money moves, baby. Your money moves.
And not doing the triple B's. Remember last week we talked about it? Busy, broke, and what was it? Booked. Busy, booked, and
Books.
broke.
Yes.
No. So I really would have to credit first my sisters and, of course, some amazing mentors along the way that have really sat me down and just helped me figure out mapping out those strategies and just like you said, still working, but trying to be a bit more just smarter about how you're moving. And
Strategic.
you're not
Yes.
exhausted. You're not exhausted. What about you?
Yeah, so for me, the way that I plan out my business, I have a whole team behind me, and I'm so grateful for them. But it didn't always start that way. And what was always very important for me was knowing what I was focusing on. Just like you mentioned here, the money moves, the needle movers. I have a whole course on this because, again, as a wife and a mom and a business owner, I need to focus on the things that are going to move me forward very strategically, so my mind doesn't get off track where I need to be, what I need to do. So that for me, having, that strategy in place always boils down to where do I need to be? How can I be showing up? And then the other areas that are important, but I don't need to be, how do we automate, outsource, or delegate those items?
So,
Okay.
Sandy, let me ask you, what are some of the things you might want to have in place first before creating a strategy?
Yeah. So I think two of the most important things to have in place are, number one, what are your boundaries? So what are the things that you can put in place that that you have, and those are the boundaries of where you show up, what you say yes to, what you say no to. And then number two, and this is really, really important, what are your core values? So what core values do you have? Like for me, one of my core values is family. So I know that I have, and again, this goes along with boundaries, that I work certain hours every single day and every single week. And those boundaries are just my northern light, and they point me in the right direction of what I show up for. So I think it's really important that we focus on, having the strategy, but also having those commitments in place first to guide us. So last question for you, Stitch, is your business strategy something that you change every year? How often do you revisit it? And how should those watching, go about approaching how they put their strategy in place?
That's a really good question. For me, I think it's always important to go back to see what isn't working. things happen throughout the course of time that we may not plan for or we may not expect. So we may have to pivot. So I think it's always important to go back and first see, is what you initially had on paper, your strategy, is it working? What about you?
Yes, 100%. I so agree with that. And look, there's always a new normal. A new normal could be a business, a baby, a move. There's so many different things. I love, just revisiting that often. Maybe that's quarterly or monthly, depending on your business. But I love those tips, Stitch. We will be right back. Coming up next is Michelle Blue, a coach and entrepreneur who's going to share her journey and how she empowers others. I love that. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Want to be a legit party planner but don't know how? Partypreneurs 101 is for you. A 10-week online course unlike any other. Get paid to do what you love and be your own boss. Learn more at thepartypreneurschool.com.
All right, hello. I am Coach Stormy, and I help women all across the country, all around the world. And you can find me at www.coachmestormy.com. And you are watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back, Connect fam. We are back, and we have an amazing woman with us today, Miss Michelle Blue. Something really cool. She launched her own scarf business straight out of school, and after that success, she decided to take another leap to launch Journey with Blue, where she helps other women to reach their dreams. So, Connect fam, help me welcome Miss Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, ladies. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Stitches. How are y'all?
Hello. Doing amazing. We're so happy to have you with us today. So we are excited to chat with you about your journey, and we want to start with knowing more about how you got started.
Yeah, so I have a pretty untraditional story and journey, but I started my first business just 2 weeks after graduating college, which is like so crazy because I didn't have a clue of like what to do and where to start. But I had gone on a study abroad trip to Ghana while I was in college and met some really amazing girls that I fell in love with and was really in a place of how can I support them? How can I be a part of their journeys and their stories? And instead of going into a traditional job like college and life and everything had planned for me, all of us, I decided to really just go for my passion, bring out the dream that I had. And so I always say that was my first big leap of stepping into entrepreneurship full time and bringing that business to life.
That's beautiful. And as someone who helps other entrepreneurs, talk to us about some of the reasons why people might be afraid to start their own business.
Oh my gosh, Stitches is so interesting because, now I've been an entrepreneur for 8 years. I'm on my third business, which I've been able to grow over six figures within less than a year. And now that I'm coaching and supporting other women and taking the leap, is really everyone says the same thing. Like everyone gets like hung up and stuck on the same like 5 reasons. And, first it's just fear of failure. Another would be just overthinking and overwhelm. Those are, I guess, two of the things, but, out of the five, which I do want to share with more people. And so I have some trainings coming up that actually share what are those 5 reasons that people get stuck and don't bring their business to life. And so I want to share that with more people as well to help them bring their visions to step into their purpose because we only get one life. And I'm like, who has time to waste it, right?
So I want to ask you, you talked about this earlier. You actually help other aspiring entrepreneurs, like you mentioned, and you help them kind of get unstuck in their business with your coaching programs.
Mhm.
But if you can pinpoint and share with us some of the key things that you work on with your clients? Can you share that with our Connect fam?
Yeah. So, one thing that has been really awesome for me is that I also have a talk show, The Journey with Blue. I started my show and I've had the opportunity to really be able to connect with some amazing entrepreneurs and thought leaders who've grown multi-million dollar businesses, right? So, based off of my conversations, based off the results that I've created for myself, is now like helping other women step into their power to bring their visions and bring their dreams to life. And so, you know, one of the big things that I always say is the first step is just to get clear of what it is that you actually want. Like when you all were talking about strategy, like that's strategy number one. Like get clear of what you want and then commit to that, right? So start thinking about how do you bring the impossible possible and how do you make it a reality?
Awesome. Well, Michelle, you have a great free resource available called Take the Leap with Blue. So,
Yes.
who is this workbook for?
Oh my gosh, this is for any woman, any entrepreneurial dreamer that is stuck right now, who knows that they have a dream that they have to bring forth into the world. But right now, the fears and some of the overwhelm and the overthinking are getting in their way. And they know that it's time. It's time for them to go to another level. It's time for them to show up different because they know that they have different to bring to the world. So, for all my entrepreneurial dreamers, this free workbook is for you.
Awesome. And Michelle, from your show to your program, how can people connect with you? And what's next for you, Michelle?
Yes. So I would love for everyone to follow along the journey with Blue. So of course I'm on social at the Michelle Blue. You can find me at my website, thejourneywithblue.com. And of course, you can also find the free download and workbook at thejourneywithblue.com. But what's next? I'm really excited. I'm committing to season 4, taping it and launching it this year. No stitches. I'm like, really, this is going to be a lot. But I'm committed. And, I'm actually going to be flying to Miami for that. I'm going to be flying to New York and shooting in Atlanta. So we're going to make this like a little international Journey with Blue tour.
Well, you gotta do this when you come to Miami because that would not be proper.
Okay, well, this is my invitation, so I am going to pull up now.
Thank you.
I love it. Well, we can't wait to see you and connect with you. And when we return, we sit down with Majorca Young, owner of Majorca Digital, and all about how to amplify your business using social media ads. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, beautiful people, it's Major Mr. This is why I love you. And you are watching the Connect Network TV.
Let me guess, life has got you down. But you are ready to get on the path to creating positive and forward momentum and being empowered. A tragedy gave birth to this powerhouse entrepreneur, and now she leads women everywhere. Meet Coach G. She is trained, certified, and leading the way for women. Text the Connect Show to 832-844-6940 for your free discovery call. And join our free subscription today.
I'm Rashad Lambert, and I help push the culture forward. You are now watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back, Connect fam. We have a close friend of the show with us this morning, and we're excited for her to come back. And she is also a real, true boss babe indeed. So she's going to help us really get some more insight and give some tips and direction on marketing ads and so much more. Joining us is the owner of Majorca Digital. So help me welcome, Connect fam, Majorca. I said I was going to say your name like that. Majorca.
I love it. I love it.
We're so excited to jump right into this. And look, I'm someone that needs to know all the things about ads, Facebook ads, how to run them. So I'm so glad that you're here today. How did you know if you're ready for ads? How does a business owner know if they're at that point to start running ads?
A lot of people actually have been DMing me of this question. So it's like, they're like, how do you know like you're ready to, utilize advertising to get your offer out there? And I always ask them, have you tested the market organically? So it doesn't matter like if you're a business coach, if you're a brick and mortar, if you're a service provider, whatever it is that you offer, if you have a valid offer, then Facebook advertising is only going to help you reach more people so that you can increase your profit, your revenue, and grow your team.
Awesome. And I have some more questions, Sandy, so don't be mad. So when setting up your advertising for your business, what should your objectives be?
So all of this is really contingent on like, what is your overall goal? Like if you're a business coach, if you're a brick and mortar, if you're a service provider, whatever it is that you're looking to do will really allow you kind of to decide, okay, what objective do I need to use? I think, okay, let me take one step back. So let's talk about boosting. So I don't know if you guys have ever boosted a post on Instagram and
tell us about the boost.
Yeah, so like
break it down, baby.
What is boost?
Boosting is literally you paying Instagram $5 to $10 a day to, show your ads to people who may not even be ideal for whatever you're offering. But it's just a way for you to kind of like build brand awareness. And inside of Facebook Ads Manager, you have 11 objectives that you can choose from. And depending on where you are in your business, so let's say, you're trying to test the market to see if you have a good offer, but you want to grow your email list, then a good objective to use is a lead generation ad. This is where you could basically nurture them. And then whenever you're ready to get more people into your program, this is where you can actually say, hey, the doors are now open for X, Y, and Z program. So this is just a way for you to kind of, build that like, trust, and know factor with your ideal customer before you're actually ready to launch your course. Another objective that you can use if you're actually ready to scale your offer is conversion ads. Conversion ads are probably the most effective advertising objective you can use because you're basically telling Facebook, hey, I want you to go out and find people who are going to be buyers and not just clickers.
Amazing. Well, I have a two-part question for you. So, how much should you be spending on paid ads? And then the second part of this question is, when do you know when it's time to delegate your paid media?
So when it comes to budget, this is really dependent on like where you are in your business, your funnel. If you're a coach like Sandy, if you're looking to do like a live launch, maybe you spend, $1,500 to $2,000 to basically get people into your Facebook group. And then from there, you can upsell them into your high ticket program and then also spend an extra $500 to $600 for retargeting ads to basically target your warm audience. If you want to do, a lead generation campaign, maybe just spend $10 to $15 a day because you're basically just wanting to grow your email list. It really just depends on what you're looking for. The more money you can spend up front, the faster you can learn about what's working and what's not working. But before I even put a plan out or even start running advertising for my clients, I basically go in and we talk about numbers, like how many people are you looking to get in your course? And I kind of take benchmarks to kind of decide, okay, this is how much we should be spending to get this amount of people into your funnel. So that's just like a projection from a projection standpoint to kind of see, how much should we be spending?
Absolutely. And then the second part of that is, when do we know when it's time to delegate that paid media?
So if you're at the point where you are ready to scale your business and grow your team, then you have to delegate. I know a lot of people inquire about my services and they're kind of like, I can't be everything. Delegating your paid advertising will take that extra baggage off your shoulder and just, let the agency just take over your entire funnel. I'm communicating with them via Slack, to update them about what's going on inside of their ad campaign so that they know what's going on and just, making sure that we're putting our best foot forth.
Beautiful. Well, Connect fam, we hope that you are taking notes because Mayorka gave a lot of great information that she charges for. So speaking of charging and speaking of getting to know you and more about what you have to offer, please, can you tell our Connect fam how they can stay up to date and connected with you, please?
Yeah, so if you want to connect with me, you can follow me on Instagram at Majorca Digital. If you're looking for a done-for-you agency that can basically take over your entire advertising, which is from strategy to graphics, copy, optimization, we do exactly that. You can go to our website at majorcadigital.com and book a free consultation.
Amazing. You gave us such great information today. We are so grateful that you're here. So we cannot wait to dive into all the ads and make sure everything is optimized. So we are loving all of this conversation today. We will be right back, and don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Jess DeFeo, and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
We are living in challenging times, and despite having a 9-to-5 job, you still find it difficult to pay your bills and have money left over to spend on experiences that brings you joy. If you're at a point in your life where you know that there is more for you, you want to start a side business and express your multi-passions, but you're not sure if your gifts or ideas can be profitable, believe in yourself and connect with us over at RaquelWalters.com and let us help you to get clear on the knowledge you have that you can monetize right away.
Motivational and inspirational daily quotes are useful for everyone. They provide wisdom and knowledge, and they inspire us to move forward. Quotes appeal to your subconscious, and they help you own your power. Keep your thoughts positive daily with the book, Harvesting Your Thoughts, Emotions, and Actions. Available only on Amazon.
Hi, I'm Elena Cardone, and I help women reach a heightened level of success. You can keep up with me online at www.elenacardone.com. You're watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back, Connect fam, and we're excited about our next guest who's going to be telling us more about digital marketing. He's going to give us some great advice on how we can actually better build on our business and navigate paid strategies. We have Mr. Andrew Hubbard. Hi, Mr. Andrew.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem. Now, did I pronounce that properly? Hubbard?
Hubbard. So close. It was pretty good.
Hubbard.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Andrew. We are excited to talk about how to navigate these social media platforms successfully and effectively. So let's get right into it. What are the best types of ads to use?
The best type of ad. So what works really well on these social platforms is what's native to them. So if you're, let's say, want to post some ads on Instagram, square videos work really, really well. If you want to go reels, do the reels format. Use that vertical format, use videos, short, punchy, present, show what it is that you're offering, that you're selling within your business. But if you can create something that just looks like a post from a friend or from a business or a company that you genuinely like, then those work really, really well. So I'd say stick to video, and wherever you're posting them or wherever you're running the ads, try to do it in a way that's native for that particular platform.
And Andrew, we were talking about this a little bit as far as just knowing what budget and how much to spend. With your experience, how can businesses still use Facebook and Instagram ads effectively, even on a smaller budget?
Yeah, look, I think it's still very possible for businesses to do quite well with Facebook and Instagram advertising from anywhere between $5 and $10 a day as a minimum. So it can be quite cost effective still. The best way to do that, I think, one is running content. So if you're creating content for your business, which I think every business really should be, and spreading it out to a wider audience. That's exactly what happens when you run ads. You get out in front of a wider audience. So for that tiny piece of budget, you can really expand your reach, get in front of many, many more people, and it can be really cost effective in terms of what it brings into the business as well.
Awesome. So it's so great to know that you don't have to have a massive budget in order to get a return on your investment. So which businesses would you say can benefit the most from Instagram and Facebook ads? And are there any businesses in particular, maybe that you've seen or that you've worked with, that shouldn't use them?
Yeah, I think local businesses. So if you've got a local brick and mortar business, let's say, for example, a hair salon, something like that, they can really benefit from this because you can target hyper specifically. You can say, I just want to show my Facebook and Instagram ads to people within 25 miles of my store, for example. And you can run those ads. You could offer a promotion or something, come in and, if you get this thing, you can get something for free. So you can run some really specific ads in your local area if you're a local business, and those can do really well. The other one is e-commerce. Facebook and Instagram is full of people selling products. If you ever scrolled through your Instagram feed, no doubt you've probably bought something that you've randomly seen that's popped up. Yeah, right. I think we all have. I don't know if I use any of it, but I've definitely bought a lot of it. E-commerce stores for sure. So I would say if you're running ads, make sure you check their policy first. They've got a very clear list you can check out before you do so.
Awesome. So last question for you here. Is your business doomed if you don't have the budget? What do we say for those business owners that may not have or they may not be at that point right now to, put those extra funds into social media? Are they going to be doomed if they don't have the budget to leverage social media ads?
Look, I think doomed is a scary word, right? And I would say absolutely not. There are plenty of businesses out there who are doing really, really well without running Facebook or Instagram ads, and they probably never will, right? So I think, look, if you don't have the budget just yet, there are plenty of other ways to get your business visible and get your business out there in front of your potential audience. And I think, look, if you can do it organically through social media, if you can do it through, website and blogging or YouTube, but there are so many other organic platforms. So I think don't sweat it. If you don't have the money for Facebook and Instagram ads yet, you're definitely not doomed.
Awesome. Good to know. Thank you, Andrew. And we truly do appreciate your time and you sharing your knowledge. But for our Connect fam watching, please share with everyone how they can follow you and maybe get in touch with you as well.
Yeah, that would be great. Look, if you want to find me on Instagram, Andrew N. Hubbard over there on Instagram, and you can find me on my website as well if you want to learn more about me and what I offer and all of that good stuff. It's andrewhubbard.co.
What a great show. We thank you all for spending your time with us today. We hope you got some great gems, and we want to hear what you think. Keep the conversation going by following all of today's guests and the Connect Network online.
And of course, darling, if you are enjoying all of this boss magic, this girl boss magic, and we sprinkle in a couple of fellas like Andrew from time to time, you can catch all of our past episodes on our YouTube channel and binge watch them Netflix style at Natalie's Network.